Hi, welcome back. 欢迎继续跟我学中文. So today we're talking about something that every Chinese learner struggles with, measure words, 量词. In fact, I've heard of learners who give up learning Chinese just because of measure words. But are they really that scary? By the end of this video, you will know whether measure words are your worst nightmare or actually not that bad. Let's find out. Here's what we cover today. First, what are Chinese measure words and why do you need to learn them? 2. Strategies for learning measure words. 3. The 10 most common measure words that you can start using right away. And finally, I've prepared a measure word survival kit so you will never be completely stuck, even if you forget which one to use. Okay, first, what are measure words and why do we need them? Actually, you already use them in English. Think about a pair of pens, 2 slices of bread, 3 pieces of advice. In Chinese, however, almost every noun is a measure word whenever you count it. For example, 一本书,这个人. I've mentioned before in my pinyin video that Mandarin only has 405 syllables. This means we get a lot of homophones. Measure words help make the meaning crystal clear. And measure words are not random. They develop through long usage, becoming part of Chinese speakers' habits, and even reflecting how Chinese culture tend to categorize the world. In Chinese culture, people often describe objects by their state or quality. It's more intuitive, more experience-based. That's exactly what you see in measure words. 一片饼干,一块饼干. Both refer to a cookie, but the choice of measure word highlights different qualities of it. So if you really want to sound natural and master Chinese, you must learn measure words. Okay, 2. How to learn measure words? Sorry, I don't have a magic easy answer here. You have to remember which measure words go with which nouns. And sometimes there is no deep reason other than tradition. When I learned Spanish years ago, I struggled with remembering masculine versus feminine nouns. So I totally understand your pain. But here's the good news. Measure words aren't completely random. Many follow patterns based on shape or category. And once you know the patterns, it's way easier to guess the right one. That's what I will show you in the example coming up. 3. The 10 most common measure words. Let's group them so you can see the patterns more clearly. 1. People-related measure words. 个,位,个 is general use. For example, 一个人,两个朋友. 位 used when you want to show respect or be more formal. 一位老师,两位医生. 2. Animals-related measure words. 只,头,条,匹. 一只猫,两只鸟,三只羊,一头牛,两头猪,三头大象,一条鱼,两条蛇,一匹马. 只 is for small animals, something you can hold with one hand. 头 big, heavy livestock or large animals. 条 long and slender animals. 匹 used together with horses. 3. 只 isn't just for animals. It's also used when talking about one individual item, especially things that usually come in pairs. For example, 一只手,一只眼睛,一只鞋. 条 for long, narrow, or flexible things. 一条河,两条路,三条裤子. 根 for long, stick-like things. 一根香蕉,两根头发,三根手指. 6. 张 for flat, spread out things. 一张纸,两张桌子,三张照片. 件 for clothing or matters. 一件衣服,两件事情. 8. 杯 for cups and glasses of drink, used for anything served in a cup. 一杯茶,两杯咖啡,三杯水. 9. 片 4 slices 一片叶子2片面包一片草地 10. 颗 for small round things 一颗牙2颗星星3颗珍珠 Okay, but what if you forget? You are mid-conversation and your brain freezes. Here's your survival kit. Just use 个. 个 is the universal measure word. You can use it with people, objects, and many general nouns. For example, when you say
一个裤子
instead of 一条裤子, Chinese people will still understand you. They might smile and correct you, but that's fun. And it's safe to use 个. If you say 一头工人 instead of 一个工人, oops, it sounds like you're calling he or she a pig. So stick with 个 if you forget. It won't get you into trouble. But if you only use 个 all the time, your Chinese will sound like a 5-year-old. So the more measure words you learn, the more natural you will sound. Keep practicing, and soon you will use 量词 like a pro. That's it for today, and 我们下堂课再见。